I was having some technical difficulties, but I believe I have them figured out now, which is great. We are back doing. So let me pull this back up. Hang on, guys. We are back doing um, dispatch for the Coastal Bay State Roleplay CBSRP. I am rocking the 911 dispatch car, as y'all see. And there's my character. One thing I just realized I can do is watch this, guys. You can actually see the dash cam. It's awesome. So we are currently, um, we're gonna have some sieves in here. So I've got Snorin up, which is our dispatch CAD system. We just recently went ahead and transferred over to this from another system, and frankly, I absolutely love how this is set up because it provides a sense of realism, and Coastal Bay State Roleplay is all about the realism. So, unfortunately, I can't show you guys. Um, I don't think anyway. Let me see here. Hang on, guys. Um, I don't know how to switch from my game to Sonoran. However, um, it is a wonderful system. We have showing our. So basically, if you know.
User disconnected from your channel.
Okay, who was that? Okay. Um. So we have in the top left-hand corner is going to be our active units. So I, being reserve dispatch, um, I am currently D010, and it'll show my name, where I'm at, location. I'm currently sitting on Coastal County Freeway, Interstate 1, nearest postal 7357, which is the Coastal Bay Highway Patrol.
103 Central, show me doing a code vector. It's going to be at the airstrip on CV Road, Coastal City, 2030. Advise I'm back tonight.
10-4 showing you on a code vector 2030. Let me actually turn down the playback here. Hang on, guys. Okay. Let's see if that works. It was a little loud in my ears. But Code Victor is a property check. Again, he's at the airstrip, nearest postal 2030, on CV Road. That is one of
103 Central, I'm Josh. I'm back tonight. My code vector.
10-4 showing you back 10-8-2020. So the Sonoran CAD thankfully has a little clock here in the bottom right hand corner. It's just a little itty bitty thing. It's goes by military time. So 20 meaning 8, 21 so 8:21 p.m. It also shows the date, and going back to the other. Oh Lord, sorry guys. Going back to the other things, so we have our unit groups, which is middle left, that just shows like who's in each group. Bottom left is going to be our 911 calls that are um, that are submitted, so people will call in to
103 Central. I'm going to be out with a gray pickup. It's going to be 2015 Coastal Seed Main Street. Um, Believes to be an abandoned vehicle. It's going to be out in the roadway. If I can get tow en route, 1028 when you're ready.
10-4. Can you advise if it's Alpha Ida?
10-4, it's Alpha Ida.
Okay, guys. So, go ahead with 1028 traffic.
1028 is going to be Queen Edward Paul space 8893. It's going to be a gray in color Bobcat Vapid.
10-4. You ready for return?
10 will go ahead.
28 comes back to Queen Edward Paul space 8893. Registered owner is going to be an Eliza Parsons. I show a valid registration, valid insurance, negative on any flags. And Costa Bay Towing will be en route 5 mics.
Tambo.
So to explain that call, there's an abandoned vehicle.
You know if that's going to be Alpha Ida towing?
Affirm, that's going to be Alpha Ida. So to explain that call, he's out with an abandoned vehicle. 103 is Officer Pate, or Sheriff Pate, since he's currently with CBSO right now. So 1028 is basically asking for a license plate check. So I go into my MDT CAD, which is right here. The hotkey that I have set for MDT is M, just because it, works out a little bit better.
103 Central, 1051s have arrived and picked up the truck. If you could let the RO know, it'll be at the tow yard. She's coming back tonight.
10-8-2024. So 52? No, 51. Hang on, guys. I gotta look at my little cheat sheet for 51. 1051 means tow. Alpha Ida just lets us know that it's an AI. We don't have anybody actually coming to pick up the vehicle. And so the 1028, as you guys can see on my screen, I read out the license plate, Queen Edward Paul space 8893, and the registered owner, or RO, is going to be Eliza Parsons. Registration valid, insurance valid, shows what kind of vehicle it is, and if there's any flags. So sometimes there'll be a flag on the vehicle like it's a stolen vehicle. And so if you see that dash, it just means no flags. Excuse me. Going back to Sonoran CAD, one thing I really like about Sonoran is that it actually is linked to your Steam and the game. So it follows you in real time as to where you're at. So right now, I'm currently sitting at 7357 Coastal County Freeway, Interstate 1. But Colonel Pate, or Sheriff Pate, is currently driving along North Calafia Way 2015. And I can actually kind of see where they're all at and kind of monitor them. Now, let's run Eliza Parsons just for the heck of it. So he had asked me to contact the RO. Um, this is what we would call a 1029 check, which is basically right after the 28. Um, so I typed it in, Eliza Parsons, and it shows me kind of who they are. So Eliza Parsons, date of birth 4/22/1964, age 59, sex female, um, no active warrants. I don't typically do the address because there's a lot of um, roads that are actually um, customized within our game. So, um, and I can never remember what grapeseed is, or whether it's Cosolito or whatnot. So I typically don't do the address anymore. I used to. Um, Active warrant, there's no active warrants. Occasionally it'll say either a felony warrant or governor bench warrant. It just kind of depends. Valid driver's license expires 12/23/2025. Um, I don't really do a whole lot with these hunting and fishing licenses because, frankly, to me, it doesn't seem like it's necessary. It has nothing to do with, traffic stops or whatnot, but weapons license that can, especially for an expired weapons license, they can potentially be carrying a CCW without, or a concealed carry weapons license permit. Um, they could be carrying and they're expired. So it really kind of depends on what I'm seeing here. Um, Going back to Sonoran, I know I'm kind of jumping around a bit, and I apologize for that. But the middle, all the way to the right hand side of the screen, is just kind of our new dispatch call creator. So I can do a call origin of whether it's a caller, a radio dispatch, observed walk up, call status, whether it's pending, active, or closed call, priority 1, 2, and 3. 1 is highest priority, 3 is lowest priority. We have uh, a box that says the block, so kind of the 1000 block or 2000 block. It kind of depends on the postal. So, for instance, let's take where I'm at, 7357. Let's say we had a walk up into Highway Patrol. I would do the call origin as a walk up, call status active, priority, let's say it's a 3 and it's just somebody reporting a theft. The block would be 7,000. I would do, well, here's actually um, a good example. So, Coastal County Freeway. Um, there is no Coastal County Freeway currently um, in our CAD, so um, essentially I would just leave that blank, honestly, until it's added. But the postal, I would be more specific because remember the block is just like the block. It's not referencing the actual address. So the actual address is 7357. Excuse me. Call title, I would explain what exactly the call is. The code, I would look at my 10 codes and kind of go from there. I can assign a primary unit. Right now, the only person active in Sonoran is 103 Officer Pate. So I would attach him to that call, and then in the call description, I would just kind of, go through exactly kind of what is going on. The more descriptive, the better. Particularly in 911 calls, it'll generate in that box, and it'll just say what the caller is stating. Again, more descriptive, the better. What's the description of the person? Is there any weapons involved? Um, anything along those lines. And then I can actually, in real time, update the notes section um, and continue to add notes. And then underneath the new dispatch area, I have okay. Hang on a second, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Of course, it's not showing me. In this instance, I'm going to go ahead and just do a status check, because if not, I'm going to go ahead and clear these calls. Central 103.
Go ahead.
Can you advise if you're on any traffic stops? I show a couple of active calls in our CAD.
Negative. I'm clear tonight.
10-4, thank you. So, there's 2 active calls showing. Nobody's actually on a active call right now. So I'm going to just go ahead and close both of these calls here so that there's no active calls showing. It just kind of helps us to maintain a little bit of order when it comes to our CAD. And then I can also actually look at call history. So one of the ones that I did last night, let's access this one. It was radio dispatch. I was dispatching somebody. It was actually Officer Pate last night. He was on a 1011 traffic stop. The 1028 was Boy Adam Lincoln space 9930. It was showing that I don't remember exactly what it was showing for the 28, but the 29 of the person was the registered owner was essentially well, actually, let's look him up because I remember his name. Last night we were having issues with getting it. The registered owner was Quentin French, and he had a warrant for his arrest. So, Officer Pate had asked for an additional unit for a Code 5 traffic stop, which is a felony traffic stop. So I added 102, which is Sergeant J, to the call. Pate had advised that the registered owner is not the driver, and then an additional 1029 was performed. The driver was Winford Foley. The 29 came back clear, but showed a expired weapons license. So I just added that to the notes. They 103 advised that the driver was released and the scene was code 4. 102 and 103 advised that they were back 10-8 available. So that's kind of what we do. So that's our Sonoran CAD. It's a lot more, what's the word? A lot more realistic in the sense of, hey, Jonathan, how are you? I'm currently off of my Streamlabs window, so forgive me if I didn't catch you. Oops, let me go back to Sonoran here. Back to Sonoran and pull up that. Okay. So I typically like to do status checks at least half an hour, every half hour, just because we never know what happens, in that time. Um, and so, as somebody who has IRL dispatch experience, um, I learned to status check every half an hour because of the fact that the people that I was dispatching for, I was dispatching for the university police department, but I was also dispatching for our student workers and community service workers, or community service officers. And so essentially, um, for our student workers, they're not security, they're not law enforcement, and we just want to make sure that they're okay. Um, I do remember one time I was on shift, or just coming on to shift, and we had a new guy who hadn't status checked our student workers for quite some time. And that created a little bit of worry in our mind because um, they weren't answering the radios, and we had to essentially go back, listen to radio transmissions, make sure that, you know, that we could kind of trace back to where people um, were. So, um, but during my dispatch time, I typically just remain in the 911 vehicle, just because it's easy access to CAD. I can drive around if I want, um, and still do my duties. Excuse me. Um, we're gonna go ahead and actually we'll go ahead and go fuel up.
103 Central. Got an abandoned vehicle out here, 1099 Cassidy Trail, Ratton Canyon. Got 1028 when ready.
Affirm, go ahead.
1028 is going to be John 7 Paul space 3 Adam 1.
One of three, you advise John 7 Paul space 3 Adam 1.
Campbell.
You ready for the return?
Campbell, go ahead.
28 comes back to John 7 Paul space 3 Adam 1. RO is going to be a Jacqueline McBride. Registration valid, insurance valid, negative on any flags.
Campbell, thank you. No further.
Alright, I'm actually going to go ahead and switch back over to my Sonoran, because what I like to do, since it provides a bit of realism, is I typically will echo the time. So right now it's 2040. I would have echoed that had I had it up, but we're going to go ahead and...
103 Central, could you get the 1051 en route for this vehicle? It's going to be a silver, or correction, it's going to be a dark and gray colored SUV, same as the plate Coastal Bay tags. Going to be at 1099 Cassidy Trail, Ratton Canyon.
1099, I got 1051 en route. It's going to be Alpha Ida Coastal Bay Towing.
Campbell.
2041. Alright, we're going to go ahead and, since we only have 30% fuel, we're going to go ahead and go fuel up. And what I can do is I can go, I can sorry guys. I can actually pull over if need be to do any sort of dispatching stuff. It's going super slow. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull over really quick. Since we're gonna be, I'm gonna head out to Coastal Bay Sheriff's Office because they have a fuel pump for their city vehicles, or county vehicles rather, and so I will go out there because currently 103 is in Coastal Bay jurisdiction, CBSO jurisdiction. Yes, I did just swerve. Central 103.
Go ahead.
Can you advise whether 1051s have made it?
Damn, or they have arrived and taken off. Had to use DV towing. Show me back tonight.
10-4 showing you back 10-8, 2046. And we're gonna just fill up here. Lost a bunch of people. What's that? Hello.
103 Central, show me doing a code of Victor. It's going to be at the Stab City Trailer Park. Going to be Calafia Road, 3033. I advise on McTonight.
10-4 showing you 10-6 on code Victor 2047. There we go.
103 Central, I'm John. Show me back 10.5, my code Victor.
10-4 showing you 10-8. Back available 2048. Let's go ahead and actually straighten out. I can tell I'm not fully straight here. Okay, there we go. Where's my phone? There we go. Actually gonna try and watch Jay's stream while I'm streaming and all that good stuff. I don't know if it'll let me, but we're gonna try. Huh, there we go.
Well, 3 Central, show me doing a property check. It's going to be 3035. Going to be at the hotel, 3035 Algonquin Boulevard. I advise on McTonight.
10-4 showing you 10-6 on a property check 2050. Actually gonna
103 Central, I'm going to be John back tonight off my code Victor.
2051. Excuse me.
103 Central, show me running signal 11. It's going to be 3037 Panorama Drive, D, front of the airfield.
10-4 showing on you on a signal 11-3037 Panorama Drive. I'm gonna pull up Sonoran while he's on signal 11. Not Sonoran, sorry guys. Streamlabs. David, hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I have not been watching my Streamlabs chat, and I apologize for that. As you know, I've been doing Sonoran and dispatching, but thank you for popping in. I really, really appreciate you. Showing that love. I appreciate you. Okay. Wait a minute. Apparently I have some updates.
103 Central, I'm back tonight off my signal 11 no infractions.
10-4 showing you back 10-8, 2054. Let's see here. I'm watching Pate's stream while I'm streaming and waiting for dispatch. Come in. Whoa!
103 Central. I'm going to be in pursuit of a motorcycle. It's traveling over 106 miles an hour. 2049 East Joshua.
10-4, signal 100 is in effect.
103 Central 10-0. One three Central, get a vehicle bolo out. It's going to be a black in color Batty BATI motorcycle traveling eastbound in the Joshua on Joshua Road, traveling clocked him at 106 miles an hour. Crossed the Sonora Coastal Freeway onto Union Road. Could be in the coastal seat area.
10-4, do you have a plate out this time?
Negative. Negative. All I got's the black Batty motorcycle. The rider wearing all black, the black helmet.
10-4. Let's go ahead and just drive around for a little bit. Ooh, 102's coming in. Shit. Gonna have another Leo coming in. Forget how to.
User joined your channel. Down to Coastal Lido. Oh damn. My hands are kind of shaking. I started a new med, so forget the swerving. Gotta love heavy duty medication, huh?
One on three traffic stop.
Go ahead.
It's going to be with a blue and black and color motorcycle. It's going to be a baddie. Times when occupants on the motorcycle dressed in all black. It's going to be 3012 Marina Drive. Going to be in the northwest lane. No additionals needed at this time. I believe that is going to be the Bolo motorcycle.
2107.
One hundred three 1028.
Go ahead.
1020 is going to be Frank Union King Space Union.
Confirming Frank Union King Space Union.
Tampa.
Feel like this is going to be a Civ. Frank Union King. One of three. Can you advise whether it's Civ or AI?
It's going to be CIV.
Central 103, be advised, Frank Union King Space Union is not showing up in the DMV database.
Tampa.
One or two Central.
Go ahead, 102.
Simple. Show me 10-8 in service, active 71 CCSO.
10-4 showing you 10-8, 10-41, active 71, CCSO.
Simple. Could you verify my CAD, please? Or that I'm active 10-8?
Affirm, you are showing 10-8.
10-4, thank you, sir. One or two Central. Is there any calls holding?
Negative, no calls holding at this time.
Fast and full.
We're gonna go ahead and guys. investigation room.
Because there's a couple aftermarket parts on it. Okay, give me that D.
Whoops.
And you say you have the registration and the insurance. You can have either of those if it ain't registered.
Okay.
No, like I said, I am in the process of registering. I still have a plate for you. I have the plate number though. It's CUX 7551.
Whoops.
CXU 7551. CXU 7551. Alright, I'll be back on just
Central 103, are you code 4?
Jam 4, can you go ahead and do a 1029 check for me in CIC and surrounding counties?
A firm, go ahead.
Jam 4, first name is going to be Connor. It's going to be Charlie, Oscar, Nora, Oscar, Romeo. Last name is going to be Weidler. It's going to be Whiskey, Edward, Ida, David, Lincoln, Edward, Romeo.
Confirming last name, Whiskey, Edward, Ida, David, Edward, Romeo.
Negative. Last name is going to be Whiskey, Edward, Ida, David, Lincoln, Edward, Romeo.
10-4, stand by. Come on. Come on. Central 103, are you ready for that return?
Jam, go ahead.
29 comes back to Connor Weidler. DOB is going to be 1405, age 18, sex male. I show A residence on Hillcrest Avenue, 6119. Valid weapons license for a combat pistol. Negative on any other NCIC wants or warrants.
Damn it. 103 Central, I made a phone call to the Yellow Jack. This subject had stated that he was there about 10 minutes ago during that pursuit of that motorcycle. They advised that he was not there about 10-15 minutes ago that he advised. I'll be getting ready to make 10-15 here shortly.
10 for 2118.
102 Central, prepared to copy a 1011.
Go ahead.
10 for, going to be Southeast Milton Road. Nearest postal is going to be 5019. 5019 San Andreas, Coastal Bay 28 is going to be XX-ray. U Union F rank 5587. XUF 5587 Coastal Bay.
Ten 102, are you ready for that return?
Go ahead.
28 comes back to X-Ray Union Frank space 5587. RO is going to be a Madonna Sosa. Registration is expired. Insurance is valid. Negative on any other flags.
10-4, I'm clear. Thank you, sir.
2120.
One hundred three Central. Can you run a 1029 check for me? That was a misspelled name.
Go ahead.
First name is going to be common spelling Fred, Frank, Romeo, Edward, David. Last name is going to be Derwell. It's going to be David, Romeo, Whiskey, Edward, Lincoln, Lincoln.
Confirming Fred, Romeo, Edward, David, last name David, Romeo, Edward, Lincoln, Lincoln.
Demo.
Stand by. Central 103, be advised, DMV has no records on a Fred Durrell.
10-9.
Be advised, that DMV has no records on any Fred Durrell.
10-4. It should be Frank, Romeo, Edward, David, last name D as in David, R as in Romeo, Whiskey, Edward, Lincoln, Lincoln.
10-4, that was my bad. Stand by.
Come on through. You advise nothing came back on file.
Central 103, be advised I did find somebody. Stand by.
Damn it.
.102 Central.
Go ahead.
.102 Central.
Go ahead.
Show me 10-8 citation issue from Postal 5019.
10-4 showing you back 10-8, 21-24. Central 103, can you hit me with that last name again? My system closed.
Damn, boy, last name's going to be David, Romeo, Whiskey, Edward, Lincoln, Lincoln, DRWELL.
10-4, are you ready for that return?
Go ahead.
29 comes back to Fred Durrell. I show a date of birth of 03/10/2000, age 23, sex male. I show no active residence at this time. Break. I do show an expired weapons license. Does not specify weapon type or model.
You see what I'm saying here? Well, that other guy must have been going really fast, but yeah.
Central 103, did you cop that?
10-4. Thank you. No further.
That you have. So your story had Central 103, did he cop that? 10-4. Thank you. No further. So right now you're gonna be placed under arrest. All right. It's gonna be felony speeds, reckless driving. Of course, the fact that that motorcycle is not registered. You got fictitious plates on there. Is there anything on the bike under the seat or anything for a search? No, there's nothing. All right, just let you know it's gonna get towed. All right, it's gonna be going to them county. Okay. All right. Can I wait? Can I still pick it up or no? You have to pay it. Pay to get it out once you get out of jail.
Alright.
103 Central, 1015 times 1, Whiskey Mike at this time.
10-15 times 1, Whiskey Mike 21-27. Oh.
103 Central, can I get 1051 en route for this blue and black in color Batty 801 motorcycle?
Affirm, be advised, Costa Bay Towing AI will be there in approximately 5 minutes.
Same one. One other Central. Show me en route to the jail with times 1 Whiskey Mike. 1051s have arrived and picked up the motorcycle. Be en route.
2129.
102 Central, prepare to copy at 1011.
10-4, is it going to be Alpha Ida?
That's 10-4.
103 Central, my son at the jail.
10-4. Go ahead, 102.
10-4, show me on a 1011. Going to be Bay Tree Canyon Road East. Nearest postal is going to be 4009. Costa Bay tags going to be P. Paul E. Edward C. Charge 3801 PEC 3801 Costa Bay.
10-4, are you ready for that return?
That's 10-4.
28 comes back to Paul Edward Charles, space 3801. RO is going to be a Daryl Moyer. Registration expired. Insurance valid. It comes back to a Patriot. Negative on any flags.
And 4 received.
Mr. Glitch 277. It's connecting to the server. Wonder who that is. Go ahead and... There we go. A little bit worse for wear.
102 Central.
Go ahead.
Show me 10-8, 10-11, one citation issued.
10-4, 21-34. Go.
102 Central. Prepare to copy at 10-11, please.
Go ahead.
10-11. Going to be right here on Route 68. Nearest postal is going to be 3045, 3045 on a gray in color Bobcat. 28 is going to be in Nora 3 X-Ray 2 Y Young 0. Repeating, in Nora 3 X-Ray 2 Y Young 0.
10-4, stand by. Are you ready for that return?
3, see.
28 comes back to Nora 3 X-ray space 2 Young 0. RO is going to be a Lelia Briggs. I show a registration valid, insurance valid, negative on any flags.
Destin 4.
I'm a good lawyer. I'll be out in a week. Where do you see what your favorite number is?
One or two Central, be advised. I got one detained at this time.
One detained, 2139. Change my voice settings here.
102 Central, if you will, start me next lifts 51. Also, just notate I found a stolen AR-15 in this vehicle. I got one under arrest at this time.
10-4 showing 1015 times 1, 2140. Be advised, 51s are going to be about 7 mics out.
That's simple.
Aha!
Uh, 102 Central, can you run me one by name, please?
FiveM, go ahead.
For Alpha Ida, first name's going to be Leela, Lelia. Briggs, last name Briggs. Date of birth 11/25/1974.
10-4, are you wanting NCIC?
10-4.
Stand by.
Cool.
1-3 Central.
Go ahead.
Show me 10-7, 1042. Code item submitted.
10-4 showing you 10-7, 1042, 2142. Have a good night. Central 102.
User disconnected from your
Go
channel.
ahead.
Are you ready for that 29 return?
That's 10-4.
29 comes back to Leela Briggs. Date of birth is going to be 11/25/1974. Age 49, sex female. I show an expired driver's license, expired 1/19/2015. I do show priors for driving on an expired license times 2.
10-4. Thank you, sir.
2142. Central to all units, be advised, I'm going to be 10-6, 2 mics.
10-4.
Central to all units, be advised, I'm back 10-8.
10-4. 102 Central, be advised. Records on scene has taken control of the vehicle. Show me 76 to the BCSO in reference to this 1015.
2146.
Go on. One or two Central, show me 23.
23. Oh boy.
One or two Central, be advised. I'm going to be 10-8.
10-4 got you back 10-8, 2149. over to the CCSO building. Let's go ahead and pull over. And I want to... I'm almost there. There it is.
One oh two Central.
Go ahead.
So I'll be 10-7-42. You have a good night, sir.
10-4 showing you 10-7, 10-42, 21-52. Have a good night.
Yes.
Well, looks like that's it. I don't have any Leos, don't have any Civs. So thank y'all for joining. I really, really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, Deputy Jonathan, as well as Zabadell Gaming, for going ahead and commenting. And I hope y'all have a great night. I'll be 10-7, 10-42 as well. Have a great night, guys.